Good morning. We begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And we're going to be doing our opening song in a moment. It's We Won't Be Shaken. Usually we do that at the end, but we're going to do it at the beginning today. And Mrs. Gilliland is going to lead us in our closing song at the end of the service. So we'll begin.
In the name of God the Father, in the name of his Son Jesus, in the name of God the Spirit, let us join our thankful voices.
From all that dwells below the skies, let the Creator's praise arise. Let the Redeemer's name be sung through every land by every tongue. Eternal are mercies, Lord. Eternal truth attends your word. Your praise shall sound from every shore to shore, till sun shall rise and set no more.
Praise to you, O Lord, for your daily goodness and mercy. Renew our hearts with thankfulness to you. Alert us to the needs of others around us. Inspire us to worship you in spirit and in truth. Save us from our own sins, from death, and from the devil. Energize us for service and for witness.
Psalm 150. Praise God. Praise God. Praise him in his holy temple, in the firmament of his power. Praise him for his mighty acts and his excellent greatness. Praise him with blast of trumpet, with lyre, harp, timbrel, and dance. Praise him with strings and organs, with loud resounding cymbals. Let everything that has breath praise him. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. Go ahead and be seated. Whoa. Before we read the scripture, let me just ask a question, and I'll have our microphone ready here. What is today? Anybody know? Last day of school. So if today is the last day of school, what is tomorrow? Summer vacation, the first day of summer vacation. So, what are you going to do over the summer? Okay, I'll take a couple of responses. What are you going to do over the summer?
Go to Colorado.
Go to Colorado. Good. What are you going to do?
Have a bunch of sleepovers with
A
my friends.
bunch of sleepovers. Wonderful. What are you going to do?
Go to the pool.
Go to the pool. Very good.
Probably go on a vacation.
Go on a vacation. That's good. What are you going to do?
Play my iPad.
Play on your iPad. So nothing different than every other day of the year. What are you going to do?
Go in the pool.
Go in the pool.
Go to Mexico.
Go to Mexico. Is that the country or the state?
Country.
The country. What are you going to do?
Go to Minnesota.
Minnesota. Is that a country or a state? That's a state. Okay.
Go to Key West.
Key West. Is that a country or a state? It's an island. Okay. State.
Go
Florida.
swimming in my grandma's pool.
Go swimming in your grandma's pool. Is that a country or a state? Just kidding. All right, couple more. I can only reach so far.
Go to Yellowstone.
Go to Yellowstone. Wonderful. Can't reach that far. All right, so lots of fun stuff coming up starting tomorrow. Second question. That's what you're going to do. What do you think your teachers are going to do? We'll get a few back here. What are your teachers going to do over the summer?
Get ready for the next year.
Get ready for the next year. Yep, they will be doing that. Anybody back here? What are the teachers going to be doing over the summer?
Getting ready for our class.
Getting ready for your class, which will take all summer for sure. That's right. Okay, what else might they be doing over the summer?
Probably doing hard work, getting all the stuff ready for the kindergartners to move to first grade.
Right, getting ready for everybody moving up, doing all that hard work. Do you think your teachers might rest just a little? Don't you think they deserve to rest just a little bit? Yes, they're going to rest a little bit. They're going to get ready for school. Some of them are going to travel to some of the places you've been talking about so they can teach you about those places. Some of them are going to be taking special classes so they can teach you even more effectively in the fall. Well, I want to read to you a little story from the Bible about another person, and you will guess, of course, that it's about Jesus. This is from the Gospel of Mark. Mark chapter 6, verses 30 to 34. The apostles gathered around Jesus and reported to him all they had done and taught. Then, because so many people were coming and going that they did not even have a chance to eat, he said to them, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." So they went away by themselves in a boat to a solitary place. But many who saw them leaving recognized them and ran on foot from all the towns and got there ahead of them. When Jesus landed and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began teaching them many things. I brought something along. This is what we would give teachers sometimes at the end of the year when I was growing up and going to school. We would give them an apple to show them how much we appreciated their teaching us and caring for us throughout the year. What do you think you might be able to do for your teachers to show them how much you appreciate what they have done for you? Okay, let me take just a couple of answers. What could you do for your teachers to show how much you appreciate them?
Make a card.
Make a card. Good idea.
Give them gifts.
Give them a gift. Those are always appreciated.
Give them chocolates.
Chocolate. You can never go wrong with chocolate. That's right. What would you do?
Have a play date.
Have a play date with your teacher. I'm sure they would love that over the summer. Yes, we already got you. What do we do?
Give them a gift card.
Give them a gift card. One more.
Give them a new coffee mug.
There you go. A new coffee mug is always appreciated. Did you know that Jesus was a teacher? And he had a very special name. It was Rabbi. Rabbi is an ancient Hebrew word that means teacher. So, you could call your teacher Rabbi, right? So we have Rabbi Koenig over here, or we have Rabbi Vietz, or Rabbi Tiemann, or Rabbi Bauer. So, that would be one way to show that you appreciate them. Certainly gifts are a great idea. Maybe something more than an apple, although apples are great. Gift cards, cards in general. Maybe just telling them at the end of the day, today, I know we're going to be involved with all kinds of activities in a little while, and we're going to do all the awards, but maybe before you leave today to tell your teacher just how much they have meant to you. Maybe give them a little hug. And don't forget them over the summer. They do need to rest because they need to prepare for next year. Jesus, however, never did get a rest. You remember from our reading? People followed him everywhere that he went. And they weren't giving him apples or gifts or those kind of things, but they showed how much they appreciated him by following him around everywhere. And it says when they did that he began to teach them. Now, I know over the summer that we won't be in school every day, but there are some other teachers that are also going to be here throughout the summer. And in fact, here at Emmanuel, we are going to, every weekend, and especially on Sundays, gather together as a church family. And we're going to show our appreciation for Jesus, our greatest teacher, by coming together as a family to worship him. So I want to invite all of you, certainly if you're members here at Emmanuel, to be here every weekend to learn more about Jesus, to worship him, to show how much you appreciate him, not with all of your gifts, but simply, just like the people in the Bible did, they went wherever he was. And of course, Jesus shows up here every Sunday morning in our worship. So we want you to come. If you're at another church or don't have a church, you're always welcome, of course. And it's great to see all of you on the weekend. It's great to see all of our teachers on the weekend because we'll miss them over the summer. But most importantly, we want to gather together to show how much we love Jesus and how much we care for him. So don't forget about Jesus over the summer. No matter what you do, rest, relax, go to the pool, go to grandma's house, go on vacation, take your trips, but come regularly to worship as well, to show Jesus how much you appreciate him. All right? Let's close with a word of prayer, and then we'll continue with our worship this morning. Lord Heavenly Father, we thank you for all of your good gifts, especially for our wonderful teachers and how much they mean to us. We pray that over the summer, that they, along with all of our students, would get some rest, that they could relax a little bit, and they could then be prepared again for next year to come back and show how much they care for all of these students and their families through their teaching and their care. We ask this for Jesus' sake. Amen. Before we go on, let's do one more thing. All of us together, let's say loudly, you can even shout it out, we love our teachers, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we do. All right, very good.
Please bring up the offering and prayer box.
The Lord is good, and his love endures forever. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father,
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord look upon you with his favor and give you peace.
Good morning. I get the opportunity to share with you guys the last song of our chapel service today, the last song of the whole school year, and it is from our new VBS program that we have this summer, Maker Fun Factory. If you can't tell, I've got all my gear on today. I know a lot of you are already signed up to either be helpers, big kids, or participants, and I'm excited for that. So I want to share with you the theme song from Maker Fun Factory. The theme is, "You are created by God, and you are built for a purpose." It's 1 week long this summer here at Emmanuel where you get a chance to learn about how God uniquely made you. You can stand up for this song. It's called Made for This. Take a look at the video, try the hand motions, and just enjoy.
Now, we're going to have our awards, okay? We have some awards that we're going to hand out, and mostly for the upper grades, but you guys can check it out and see what you'll be able to get in the years to come when you participate. So, first of all, I'm going to hand out band awards, and Mrs. Swenson's not here. Okay. You know, all year long, the band has been playing. I went to both their concerts this spring, and I got to tell you, they improved so much from their Christmas concert. They were really, really excellent. And some of our people even had solos in it. And I blew me away how well they did. But they do get awards, a gold medal. Let's see here if I got gold medals. That's a lot, isn't it? A lot of medals here. Gold medals go to Robbie Crow. Come on up, Robbie. Sam Kwan. How about Tommy Olson? Eve Tanyan. Kareen Seif. Now these next three people get 2 gold medals. 2 gold medals go to Ashton Proctor. Nella Robinson. And Sophie Robinson. Next person gets 2 silver medals and a gold medal, and they go to Sam Poirier. Then 2 gold medals and 1 silver medal goes to Yisa Schweizer. Come on up, Smiley. And then I have honors band certificates. That's great. Robbie Crow, come on up. And Savannah Horton. Okay, Mr. Fritz, thank you. Mr. Fritz, come on up.
We'd like to recognize our class representatives for the Geography Bee. So when I call your name, come up and get your certificates. Zoe Arcos. Nikki Sisson. Nella Robinson. Danielle Schoenlab. Ashton Proctor. And our school champion, Tommy Olson.
Congratulations. Thank you. Mrs. Viets, will you come on up?
Okay, these awards are for our building spelling bee. And the champion of our building who went on last, but Corrine Seif is one of our contestants here at school. Congratulations, Corrine. Jenna Martell, and she represented the 7th grade class. Corrine was here for 6th grade. And also, I know he's not here today, but Sam Kwan was the other 7th grade winner. And our building winner was Logan Shirley, who went on to compete.
Mrs. Lowen, will you come up?
Okay, First of all, I'd like to say one of my favorite books to read is It's a Fine, Fine School. And when I read it, I think of you all because you make this a fine, fine school. And it's my privilege to have you in library. The other thing I wanted to say is we do have some awards today, library awards, and your teachers selected these readers because they see you a lot more than I do. But I said yes and amen. So here we go. Get ready. 4th grade, Callie Adams. Congratulations, Callie. Good job. Rhett Osmond. Good effort, good effort. Nella Robinson. And it was my pleasure to have a day with this librarian, Kirsten Schofer. All right. Congratulations. 5th grade, Caden Becker. Guten Morgen, wie geht's? He's also one of my German students. Yeah, good, okay. Luke Gibson. I have to say about Luke, throughout the years, he has been such a blessing to me. Come up here, boy. Because not only does he help put books away, but he sees good order. And I praise God for you, Luke. You're such a gift to me. Thank you. Oh, so come. 6th grade, Trevor Omen. There we go. Good job, Trevor. He also checked out a lot of books for his brother. Good job. Nikki Sisson. She's been up here before, right, Nikki? Yeah. Congratulations. 7th grade, Nick Frankel. Okay, Nick. We have a special book in the library dedicated by Nick called Hugs. Because we love your mom. Yes, we do. Katie Gorton. A newbie, yes. Congratulations, Katie. Good job. And Tegan Rhett, not a surprise. Congratulations, Tegan. I just want to remind you that the public library does have an excellent library program where you can win gift cards and show tickets. So you've got a couple weeks to sign up. I'm going to sign up. And then we can all read together this summer. God's blessings to you all. Thank you very much.
Next are music awards, and Mrs. Robinson and Mrs. Moeller can't be here, but they got a trusty assistant who's coming up, and that's Mrs. Frankel.
Okay, first of all, I want to say that Mrs. Robinson and I are very proud of all that you've accomplished musically this year, and we can't wait for next year, and we're looking forward to the musical, so we hope you all are too. For vocal music in 5th grade, we have awards for Hannah Denny, Ashley Foz, for 6th grade, Zoe Arcos. And Audrey Burke. Congratulations. 7th grade, Aiden Gilliland. and Anna Paquette. Not here. For acting in 5th grade, Grant Johnson. Yeah. Congratulations, Grant. Ashton Proctor. Congratulations. In 6th grade, Aubrey Held. And Savannah Horton. Seventh grade, Justin Burnage. Nick Frankel. Eleni Nanos. Congratulations. And Sophie Robinson. Congratulations. Now for bells. 5th grade, Aiden Schulfer. Sixth grade, Savannah Horton. And 7th grade, Justin McGinnis. Congratulations.
You're welcome. Mr. Fritz, come back up here.
We're going to recognize our student council. Our student council helped out with the flower sale, candy cane sale, candy kiss sale. They helped out with the school dance. So I did a lot of things this year. Our 6th and 7th graders, Zoe Arcos. Aubrey Held. Aiden Gilliland. Eleni Nanos. Anna Paquette. And Sophie Robinson.
Mrs. Schultz, will you come up, please?
I get the honor to give the awards to the students who participated in the American Mathematics Competition. And so we have some participation awards for Anna Paquette and Sam Kwan, who will get theirs later. Also a participation award for Aiden Gilliland. Tegan Rett. Will Davies. And then we have two to mail because both Ben and Luke Nider participated in this. This happened in November when we took these. And then our third place winner in the school was Tommy Olson. Congratulations, Tommy. And our second place winner was Nick Frankel. Congratulations, Nick. And in case you're wondering who was first place, we've already given that award out. It was for an 8th grader, and it was for Patty, Charlie's sister.
In 5th through 8th grade, each trimester, we give out awards for honor roll and for high honor roll. And honor roll is all A's and B's on the report card, and high honor roll is all A's. Mrs. Viets, come on up here.
Okay, Caden Becker. And these are all honor roll that I'm doing first. Ashley Foz. Luke Gibson. Evan Gilliland. Izzy Gray. Grant Johnson. Avery McAllister. Kason Nenig. Aiden Olmstead. Addison Risner. Olivia Rutson. Issa Schweitzer. Aiden Schoeffer. Allie Stores. And Caden Swisher. Now, high honor roll. That you have to have all A's, all right? Hannah Denny. Alyssa Gordon. Samantha Poray. And Ashton Proctor. Congratulations to all of you.
Mrs. Schultz.
For 6th grade, I'm happy to say Audrey Burke, you made honor roll. They don't know this yet because they haven't seen their report cards. Charlie Clark, you made honor roll. Aubrey Held, come on down, you made honor roll. Savannah Horton, come on down, you made honor roll.
And now, just a few announcements before I dismiss you. You're going to go back to your classrooms. When you are dismissed by your teachers from your classrooms, if you are going home, you're going to go out the front doors just as usual, okay? If you are staying for the school picnic, you're going to go out the music room doors outside. I heard that Bella's Bouncy is already here. They've set up the obstacle course, and they've set up the bubble soccer, so we're all set to go. Remember, if you did not turn in a waiver, you cannot do the bubble soccer, okay? If you've turned in a waiver, then you can go ahead and play in that. There will be, the teachers have a list of the kids, right? Lunch is going to be whenever you're hungry, and Mr. Lapp is already out there cooking the hot dogs, okay? So for lunch, what you do is you go behind the school, okay? And you'll see that where Mr. Lapp has got the barbecue going and that. And then you can go in and sit in, you come by, get your lunch, go in and sit in the gym. We got the table set up there, all right? And then you can go back and play some more. So have fun, be good, don't get sunburned. And first grade, you may go.